How una dey, my beautiful and amazing people? I salute you according to na time or depending on where na tanda they listen to us. I welcome you to this beautiful day with another bongalicious information, my people. Now well done, my people. Now welcome. Wonder shall never end. Now the hear what we dey hear, my people. Regina Daniels her is nowhere to be found. Her whereabouts cannot be explained by even Nwoko'S. After everything, after the bribes, after the promises, after the promises of cars, the promises of cash into her account and everything, Regina Daniel had left the rehab where Nwoko'S wanted to confine and hypnotize her in order to get her onto what they want her to be. Una know say so many things happen in this Regina Daniel marriage. It's only the ones you are allowed to hear that you will hear. Likewise, in every marriage, including mine and yours, a lot of people are covering things in their marriage. It is only when you bring it to the social media that it becomes a case. That's why we tell people, no matter what happens in your marriage, never bring it to the social media, because whenever it comes to the social media, even you that gets the issue will not understand the issue when you hear it on social media. You'll be confused when you are hearing your own case on social media, because because your case will become another thing. You'll be asking you. In fact, people will be telling you your story. You think say they are telling something else. It is when they now mention you and then that you'll understand you are the one. Yes. So the worst thing anyone can do is to bring the case of his marriage, of his relationship, of his family to the social media. That's the worst thing anyone can do, because social media is not the best way or the best place to settle cases, especially marriage cases. Well, social media also can help in some certain things, especially when it comes to toxic marriage, especially when it turns to violence in marriage. Then social media can settle it, because if you drag the other so much, can decide to cool down or change or stop what he's doing or sorry whatever. But social media does not solve problem. It can stop the problem, but it can't solve the problem. Yes, the problem can stop temporarily or momentarily, but it can't solve the problem, because one thing in marriage is that if you are with a toxic man or a toxic woman, if you marry to a narcissist, whether the man narcissist or the woman narcissist, it is a very serious issue that it will be very difficult, because the manipulation will be too much. The manipulation and narcissist has nothing to do with status. It can be a wealthy narcissist. It can also be a poor narcissist. Yeah. If you marry to any of these, it will be so difficult for you to be able to handle your issue. Then at that time, I think working out will be the solution somehow, because it will never change. My people, the information where they reach our cabal now, we say make we come touch light and with honor. Has it that one of Regina Daniel's co-wife, where supposed to be, I think the fourth wife, yes, they call Lina, the air hostess, had come out to say something that shocked everybody. And I know say now she senior Laila and Laila senior Regina Daniel. Lina, the air hostess, is no longer. You don't hear whether she is Nwoko'S wife or not, and she's not always around. She's works. She's always dedicated to her work and always do her work. She's not interested in Nwoko'S money. Doesn't flaunt the money. Not interested in the Ferrari or the Rolls Royce or the mansion or anything that has to do with that wealth. Yes, she's married, but she's working hard, dedicated to her job, does not make noise. Many people don't even know about her. You understand? So it is, I think, among all the Nwoko'S wife, only three are well known and shows herself. All the six wives, only three shows themselves. That's the first wife, Barrister Lily, and Laila and Regina Daniel. These three are the show of the other one. But the other ones like Lily, Aisha, Lina, Aisha, and the ones that I don't know the name. We don't normally hear about those ones. You understand? So Lina had already said that it's not just by mistake that she is marrying her job and being so dedicated, but that she has seen that this marriage to Nwoko'S doesn't help anybody. If you want to make money, if it doesn't support some people's lifestyle, because unless you are someone who wants to flaunt another person's money. If you're a woman that's hardworking, that now to make your own money and want to represent yourself, want to become yourself, you will not do well under Nedwoko, because Nedwoko would like to manipulate everything. He would like to be in charge. He would like to do everything around to make sure that he is the only one. So all you need is just to sit down, answer yes sir, and flaunt money. You will not, even if he starts a business with you, the business comes back to him. He buys a car with you, it's his name. Everything he does is just his name. In fact, you are living your life revolving around Nedwoko. You don't have anything. You can't fulfill your purpose. You can't fulfill your own destiny. So it is not a good destiny to him, to her. So that's why she decided to concentrate so much on her job and everything. And according to waiting, they let us know, waiting the worker for media space, Nedwoko had always asked her how much is she earning, that she can be paid. He can be paying her that for her to remain in the house, and she has refused. My people, it's not that she refused because she doesn't like the money. It's just because of the way, according to her, she was treated when she was at the age of Regina, married to Nedwoko. I mean, when she was in the marriage age of Regina, few early times of her marriage. He said Nedwoko is not what he represents, according to what in the letters now, allegedly. Yeah, Lina said that marriage is all about Nedwoko and Nedwoko alone. So anyhow you try to manifest or show, anyhow you try to come up as a wife, Nedwoko becomes threatened and will not like it. So he can buy anything but in his name, so that when you are living, you live without anything. That is it. So he now called, they say Lina is calling on Regina Daniel's mother to tell her that if she doesn't take action and advise the daughter very well, say Regina Daniel will become insane, in the sense that Regina Daniel is already depressed in that marriage. She's only enjoying the money, but she's not mentally okay. She has her mental health is not stable in that marriage. That Ned Nwoko made Regina to understand that everything about this marriage is all about Regina's dedication to him. He made Regina to understand that this is like a sacrifice, or that Ned Nwoko does something like a sacrifice where you cannot live. He cannot live. That Regina has the mentality that she's trapped and there is nothing she can do about it. And that brings depression, and that brings serious issues on a health of the age of Regina. Regina is not matured enough to handle some of these things that are coming up in this marriage. He said she is made to understand that there is a covenant or a sacrifice she's into, and she cannot get out of it easily. And Nina was saying that it is only Regina Daniel's mother that can, spur up the lady and tell the lady there is still hope and something can be done. But if Regina Daniel's mother keeps quiet as she has been keeping quiet, that what she noticed in Regina Daniel is that the lady may lose it. And if that lady lose it, they may lose the lady. If the lady lose it, that the family may lose the lady. And one thing they should understand is that it does not concern Nedwoko. It does not concern him. If Regina Daniel buys tomorrow, he will just give her a befitting burial and marries the next person immediately, and marries another woman who is ready also to marry. So that if they love Regina Daniel, they should try their best and make sure that Regina Daniel is rescued right now from Nedwoko. That is not easy. He say, in that Nwoko's house, you don't enter the other person's chamber. You maintain your own chamber. Everybody has a very comfortable flat chamber for yourself. And Nwoko comes to meet you in your chamber when he needs you. You don't go to meet him in his own. He has his own, but you don't go there. He meets you in your chamber. And Nina was saying that the first time he entered Nwoko's chamber, that he was so afraid, that she was so afraid that she had to run away. She said she has run before and go to Morocco, where she's from. He said, take time. Her body, everything about her changed. She couldn't stay. That she became afraid. The family became afraid that the family need to come and bundle her and come and beg Nedwoko. He said it's not easy. That if they don't know what they have come into, they should try their best and make sure they go in to find out. Say it took her time to even start working and use work to cover herself. That marriage to Nedwoko is a trap that you have entered and you can't come out of it. That is a trap you enter, you come out of. So it's not something you just leave Regina. If Regina doesn't like, make him run away from rehab. Make him run away from anywhere. So he go still end up at Nwoko'S arms. Because Nwoko will not be pursuing you, he will not do much. But he will just sit down in his house and you will come back and meet him. Because that is the man they marry. So that day that our Africans should know how they can do that, and if there is any way it can be changed or anything, or if there's any negotiation or any post-nuptial agreement that will be entered again that will rescue Regina Daniel from this. But as it is, that all these things they are doing are child's play. Regina Daniel will still come back to Ned Nwoko because Regina Daniel belongs to Ned Nwoko and it belongs to Ned Nwoko alone. My people no be smart, The thing can they shocktalize me. Can they say, I don't like putting my mouth into this kind of a thing, especially when it enters into charm, shrine, and everything. I don't like talking about it because I don't know how to put about it. But what I believe in life, I said it that everything in life has an antidote. I believe. There's no charm, there's no power that doesn't have an antidote. Everything in this life has an antidote. So if Regina Daniel has known, fully entered into that covenant or whatever, if actually there's any, if what we are hearing is true, fine, she has to. She's the one that entered it. If she says she's consciously entering it, fine. She must have been explained and let her bear it. But if she doesn't know and enter it, then I believe that something needs to be done because she does not know so that she can be rescued. But I still tell you, no matter what anybody say, Regina Daniel's mother knows where the daughter is, knows what the daughter is going for. And that woman should be blamed. Yes, she has come up severally to tell us that she's not the one that pushed Regina Daniel in marrying Ned Nwoko, that it was love, out of love, that Regina loves Ned Nwoko. And how can they ask, waiting 18-year-old girl know about love, to have loved a 70-year-old man? And that woman didn't do well. If what she can answer is that it is love, that Regina at 18 loves loves a 70-year-old man, then I will agree that what Regina loved was the man's money, not the man. And if there is anything Ned Nwoko had done to keep Regina to stay with him and not to leave, he didn't do anything evil. You know why? Because the man may have loved Regina, but knows that Regina cannot love him at that age, if not the money he has. And he has to do something that will keep Regina for him because he wants to keep him, want to keep her. So that's what I believe. And the only person that should have understood that Regina doesn't love Ned but loves the money was Regina's mother and father. The father said he said and they didn't agree. That's the danger of divorce. That's the danger of broken home. The danger of broken home is that the other person that's not close to the kid when he or she was raised will not lend much voice. He will only give an advice and remove mouth. And that is it, because if Regina's father had been with Regina from the beginning of her life up to that time, Regina's father would have stopped Regina, and if Regina's father cannot stop Regina, he would have told Regina the truth and tell Regina, any day you come back to this house, you're on your own. Because I know you are going to come. The man would have seen it, that these things that are happening now, everybody knows that it's going to happen like this. Because you can't tell me an 18-year-old girl will fall in love with a 70-year-old man. Which kind of love is that? If not something is luring her, Ned must have given what the girl never believed any man can give her on earth. And the mother must have told her, if you miss this, what is it that you're looking for? Bola, the man get him. He's working very well. The same young man, their own, is working very well. The man takes you around the world, gives you private jet, gives you the latest of the cars, become a senator's wife. What are you saying? What again are you looking for? From there, you can also become a senator yourself in case you want to be. They must have promised this small girl heaven and earth that makes her to stand up and start jumping into what she does not. I still believe that Regina didn't understand everything very well. And also, like I said, Ned Nwoko protect his marriage and protect his love. You understand? Because if Ned Nwoko actually loves Regina so much, I don't think Ned Nwoko will just sit down and watch Regina and marry Regina like that. Because me and you know that if there is nothing protecting Regina or stopping Regina from leaving Ned Nwoko, Regina would have left Ned Nwoko for a long time. He would have just taken what she wants and get out of that place since. Because all this going around, going to club and everything, what is she doing in club when she's married? Was she going to club before marrying? No. What is she not doing in club now? In order to go and cure depression. Let me tell you if you don't know. Because she has gotten everything she wants. Then there is something she has not gotten. Satisfaction, love. She has gotten everything, but she doesn't have love. She doesn't have satisfaction. She just makes up every life she lives is a makeup. She acts everything. That's what I'm thinking. And that's why you see her going into smoking. If she's actually living on drugs, like I say it and I keep saying it, it's not ordinary for a 25-year-old girl to be a drug this thing, to go into rehab for a drug after 5 years of marriage. No, now everybody, every counselor will tell you there is a problem. Every counselor will tell you she's having a serious mental issue, mental health. Her mental health is not okay, meaning that something is wrong with her. The marriage has entered her mental health. There is a mental torture. There is a traumatic issue this thing in her marriage. I watched the footage of that video. If it is not a skit, how she's smashing tables, smashing seats, smashing things. If you understand, the footage of this thing shows that nobody on a very clear eye can do that at that age. No matter what you do, no matter how offended she is, that can only happen by or can only be done by a depressed person. I watched that footage. I said, this lady is depressed. There is nothing anybody can tell me. And everything Lina is saying here, that's the fourth wife of Nwoko'S is saying here, is true. It's true that Regina Daniel is not too okay. It means that for this lady to start doing a hostess job, keeping herself company every day, means that she must have been depressed in that marriage and decided to cure herself by finding something that makes her joy. You understand? Now, they said they cannot go out with another man. That is the agreement they had. Fine and good. And there is nothing that keeps a woman depressed than when you are making love with a man you don't love. And you are telling yourself the truth, understanding that this man that's on top of you every time, you don't like him. And whenever the man is doing it, either you cover your eyes or you close your eyes and be biting your teeth. And you'll be mourning for the man. The man will be happy that you are mourning. But you're not doing anything. You are just crying inside. Nothing is entering. You don't like the man on top of you, but you have no choice because you have already entered into. And every day you keep asking yourself, how did I come in this? How did I come in this? Because you didn't check very well at the beginning of that time. If you are already there. And many men, like I keep asking people, how can I marry a woman that I don't love or who don't love me? If I love you, don't love me, I walk away because it's so suicidal. It's so true. It's bad. It can lead to murder if you marry someone who doesn't love you. What if she wakes up in the night and puts something inside the food? No matter how strong you think you are, there is something that can buy you. No matter how big and strong you think you are, there is something that can buy you. And what if the person gets it and give you? And how long will you be avoiding what he gives you? That is the truth. So my people, no be smart, Lina is just trying to advise Regina Daniel's mother. They need to go back into a post-nuptial agreement where some certain things are going to be relaxed in this marriage. It's a human being that we're talking about. It's somebody's health, mental health we're talking about. Somebody's life we're talking about. Regina Daniel's mother had inherited a mansion, yeah, but Regina Daniel is not happy. Now, the information is that she has run away from the rehab. Where is she? I believe the family knows where she is. But how long will she stay there? That's what the fourth wife is saying. How long will she stay there? He says she herself has run before and come back. So Regina also will come back. So if she comes back, she starts afresh. And funny enough, she may come back when there will be no postnuptial agreement again. When there will be no other meeting. When there will be no postnuptial meeting again agreement. And who are the people that will sit in the meeting with Nwoko? Considering his level, his capacity, his ability, his status in the society, everything. Who is in that house that can, stay with Nwoko? That can, discuss with Nwoko? That can convince Nwoko? That can rebuke Nwoko? Who? That is the problem. That means the man had to relax and live his life the way he wants because he had looked at how they have. Regina doesn't even have a father to talk. Because I think if actually what the man said is true, that when Regina came to tell him that he want to marry Nwoko and he rejected, Regina went ahead and married, meaning that he is not a god. His counsel is not needed. The only information they came to give him. And they gave him the information and left. So my people, don't be smart, I think I pick up everything here. I want you to just write your opinion at the comment section. If you, and I know you understand what we are saying. You understand? I pick up the whole thing. Regina is in a very serious traumatic situation, serious mental health issue, but there is nothing you can do about it. She agreed. She agreed. She told us here that it's better to cry in Lamborghini or cry in Ferrari than to cry in Keke Napep. So what are we talking about? But I still say, no matter what happened, someone's health is more important than anything. Like and share this video. This is Niger Celebrity Update. Make una have a nice day. Bye.